Unforgiving Ross-Abian Desert.
Good morning, welcome to Kīlauea Outdoors. I'm your host, Brandon Scott, and with me on day one of our honeymoon is Sabrina. We are in Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. We are going to go do the Kīlauea Iki Loop Trail and also the Thurston Lava Tube, but I'll probably, I don't know, I might make it its own thing, or I might just tag it along this. I'll probably just tag it along this, actually. It's so short. So yeah, this is one of the, I guess, premier hikes of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. Of course, it's going to be in any books about hiking in Hawaii. I've got these two older Hawaii Trails series books, Big Island for both of them. And then I have a much more recent version of a book series, The Hiker's Guide to the Hawaiian Islands. This most recent version came out, I think, like 2016 or so. 2018, close enough. And of course, the very first hike in the book is Big Island, Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, Kīlauea Iki, 4-mile loop, 400 feet gain / drop. You got to drop down into the bottom of the crater and then come back out. Danger level low, suitable for anyone, and it's going to take 2-ish hours, depending on how long you want to hang out in the bottom and such. So we'll go hike, go through the lava tube, take a couple long exposures, and then hopefully at the end of the day today we'll go find ourselves a beach. But until then, let's go hit the trail. Alright, so we are starting at the Kīlauea Iki Overlook parking lot because this is the much bigger parking lot versus starting at the Thurston Lava Tube. There is the Kīlauea Iki crater, which we will be down in the bottom of momentarily. But this first bit is about 3/4 of a mile walk along this, and then we'll drop down in the crater, walk across the crater, come back up, hit the lava tube, and come back to the car. And it'll be about, with doing the lava tube, it'll probably be more like 4.5 miles now, but that's okay. No, I'm gonna take a picture right here. Kīlauea Iki and the pretty flowers, yeah. Yep.
Let's see what the picture looks like with my phone like that.
Oh, get in the sunshine. There we go. That's much better. All right, so yeah, we'll head down the trail and I'll turn the camera back on in a bit. But we're going to take some pictures of the pretty, out of your comfort zone and not knowing anything about the plants or the animals or the hike or anything. Usually it's, oh yeah, I know what this is. I've read about this and da-da-da, and I've seen the area, da-da-da-da. But here it's
more of, normally it's like, oh yeah, a lot of people are probably from Washington. Some people might not be. But now it's like, people from here probably are from like different countries.
yeah. It's like I don't think that
people are from different countries, but yes, not as many.
But still, a hell of a lot of Washingtonians go do paradise every day versus I don't think many native Hawaiians are doing the Kīlauea Iki Trail on any given day. It's going to be all 90, it's going to be 95% people from either mainland US or not even from North America. But anyway, let's enjoy the rainforest a little bit. And I'm going to take a short at the same time. See that? That's called multitasking. You're just jealous. And of course, with my luck, we'll come around the corner and there'll be people right there and I'll have to cut the short short.
Make the short short.
In the rainforest of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park along the Kīlauea Iki Trail.
These are already dry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, IPA, it dries out everything really quickly too. That's part of how it kills everything.
Oh. I'm gonna see. Different colors. Oh, this is so much better than snow. Now how we bundle that in 12 coats. Even with it.
Peaks of the crater. Part I'm really excited about is not having to walk across the crater in 70-degree heat.
It has a Hawaiian bumblebee.
Big bastards.
Is that, do we walk through the middle of it when we come back?
Yep.
That's
And
the
then you go up.
400 feet
Mm-hmm.
Where did we start at? All the way at the top.
Over there.
Okay. So those are people towards the end then.
Depending on which direction they're going, but yeah.
Oh, you could go that way also?
So this is the ohia tree I was talking about, and when you're here for the right time of year, they'll have the bright red flower clusters. Word escaped me. Words and things and words. Might be losing these pants and just putting on my bottoms after all. I'm kind of warm. Don't know what plant or flower that is, but they are quite pretty. With the red stems. That's what we should have bought at the visitor center, a flower, plants and flower book of Hawaii. That would have been smart. So that. Oh, yeah.
It's like a really ginger.
Huh, interesting. So that down there is where all the lava was coming out. That is the throat of the Kīlauea Iki crater. It's really cool to go be down in there. We'll be there in a bit, but this is just... This was the reason this is so flat. It's because this was a lava lake and then it cooled. That's how I was able to maintain such a flat appearance. Yep. I forgot phones do that now.
The main picture is yellow.
See, one of these spots along here would be cool to take a long exposure, but we can get closer to the, I don't know. I'm being indecisive. We'll keep walking. Especially since the views from the actual overlook weren't great. There was a bunch of trees in the way.
Native to the Himalayas, Indiana columns of dogs. Going up to 8 feet tall.
Oh, so it's not even native.
No. So you can yellow flowers or red flowers. They appear towards the end of summer. Lots of stretches of winter.
Well, it's hot. So it's kind of like our Indian paintbrush. It can be a whole bunch of different colors.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not very nice either.
Got to a good observation point number 2 on the on the guiding trail that they give you in the little booklets for the Kīlauea Iki trail. The problem is it didn't look the right direction and there wasn't enough break in the trees. So who knows? I may or may not get a long exposure of Kīlauea Iki. Well, I feel like it was pretty open on this first descent when we go down to it, so I might. I just might. So we heard Sabrina say that one of these ground cover plants is the Kīlauea ginger. Most of the large tree cover above us is the ohio tree. And as for the rest of it, I have no idea. Got a fern tree that had fallen down fairly recently. Oh, I think I just got saved. Yar. Yar. Nope, plants are too tall. That works. So that's the vent. That's the big bad vent.
In the middle?
Yeah, a low spot right there.
Can you walk up to it?
Yeah, Nash and I walked right up to the lip of it when we were here.
It's a little warm in the sun.
That's why I stripped.
I know exactly what you mean.
Oh, look. There's some ohio flowers right there.
Mm-hmm. I see them.
Yeah, and I remember the trees when we came down, they're open and more spread apart, and they flowered profusely. So yeah, we'll continue. Hopefully we should get a pretty good view on our descent. So I guess we shall continue. So after 0.7 miles, we came from that direction. We've come to the junction with, what is this, the Byron Ledge Trail? No, this is the continuation of the Crater Rim Trail. So now we're going down the Kīlauea Iki Trail.
0.7. 7 just gone.
That's because I don't think that's supposed to be, I think it's saying that's the Kīlauea Iki Trail. Down to Kīlauea Iki is 0.5, and then the junction with the Byron Ledge Trail is 0.5. So down to the left, where Sabrina's gonna go, mush, is the Kīlauea Iki Trail proper. And up and to the right is the Crater Rim Trail, which will take you back to Volcano House and the Visitor Center. Oh, I actually can get a flower picture. If she'd hurry up and get a decent picture, I can talk about the tree. So this is the flower of the ohio tree. This tree to Hawaii is like the western hemlock to Washington state. It is what the vast majority of trees are going to be. This is the tree for the state. So we'll head down the crater, into the crater now. After a little while further, we have come to the junction with the Kīlauea Iki Trail and the Byron Ledge Trail. So back up to our right where we came from is Crater Rim Trail and the Visitor Center. And then down that way to our left is the Byron Ledge Trail, which will take you to Hale Mau Mau and its own way back to the Visitor Center. If we ever do that trail, I'll post that right there. And I should have posted the Crater Rim Trail back at that junction. I'll tag it anyway, if and when I remember. If not, this is my remember to myself to go back, scrub back and do it. So now we will continue down the Kīlauea Iki Trail. Be out onto the crater itself in 0.2 miles and back up to the Thurston lava tube in 2.6 miles, and then we've got, I think it's like half mile after that to walk back to the car after the lava tube.
Sorry.
This is why I love her just so much. She's just so perfect in every way. All right, we will see you when we go out onto the crater, into the exciting part. Not that the rainforest isn't exciting. The native Hawaiian rainforest isn't cool and all, but I'm a rock boy. Going to go see the vent of a semi-active volcano is cool as shit to me. So, you know, we're going to go do that. Another minor junction that'll break away and go up to the right towards the Byron Ledge Trail. Came from that direction down the Kīlauea Iki Trail. And now we are going down into the crater and eventually the lava tube. This is where it gets a bit more exciting. Yeah, baby. Excitement levels are rising. And the way out on the other side is through mature forest, so you won't cook nearly as bad versus coming up this side is. When we come out on the other side, yeah, most of the switchbacks are in deep forest, so it won't be nearly as exposed and hot as if we were coming up on this side. Hence why I went this direction. 'Cause I'm so smart. Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. That could be the thumbnail, but Sabrina's not in the picture and we're not down on the... That might be the thumbnail though. Here, right there. Stop and look. There you go. That could be a thumbnail right there. That's a thumbnail option. All right, continue. I'm trying to be better at getting good stopping spots for thumbnails. And I'll take the bit will probably be from down here. Into the last of the ooh, look at this flower.
That's it.
easily distracted still. It's okay. Into the last of the ohio trees before we drop down into the crater. Buzz.
What?
I'm getting Snapchat.
Oh, I thought it was like buzz.
No.
Oh, crap, I forgot to unpause it.
Why'd you pause it?
Because it asked me if I was done or if I paused, and I forgot to unpause.
Yeah. Oh, true. What?
Oh.
She's got some allergies. Leave it to Munchkin to be allergic to even the tropical plants. Alright, I took my long exposure from right here on this nice little bench at the edge of the crater. So now we're going to go walk out onto the Kīlauea Iki crater and go see the vent. Trying to find oh look, there's a bunch of them just getting ready, starting to come out.
This is the thing. Oh, it looks like it's bamboo.
It might be part of the bamboo family. I don't know. I have to look it up later. We got vamanosing to do. Howdy. Out onto the flat black lava field we go. So I'm sure you'll hear it say it a couple of times, but before I'd ever gone to Hawaii and played out on these volcanoes, I have been onto a couple other volcanoes, obviously the Cascade volcanoes, but also been out to Craters of the Moon in central Idaho, which is the volcanic field from the Yellowstone caldera when the Yellowstone hotspot blew through central Idaho 15 years ago, which Hawaii and Yellowstone are pretty much the same. They're both hot spots. One's just in the middle of the ocean and one is in the middle of the continent wreaking havoc. So just imagine Hawaii equals Yellowstone, just different geologic, different tectonic circumstances. So perfectly timed. Follow the ahu, stacked rocks. You will find these in any location marking a trail where there is no vegetation, foliage, or dirt to follow a regular boot path, so there's no easy way to discern where the trail goes. You'll find this like in Hawaii or in Idaho.
Where did we see it? It's in it was in...
We haven't been to Utah yet, so you haven't seen them in like arches or canyon lands.
What was that trail where you had to go like straight up and like scale rocks? Oh, it was the lake one, Ingalls.
Yes, Lake Ingalls, yes. So, or like that's another good example. Where you get high enough in the mountains where there just is no vegetation and no easy way to discern a trail, you will get rock stacks. There's a word we use back on the mainland, forget what it is, but out here in Hawaii they call them ahus. So, and it's only going to be really used here because it's the aha lava, the sticky, crackly, gross lava. When we get out onto the old lava lake itself, it's flat as a pancake, and you can see the 5 foot long or 5 foot wide raceway. Everybody walks in the straight line anyway, and it's pretty easy to discern. But in here in the crumbly parts, it's a little harder to discern, so they stack rocks for it. Yeah. So we'll take a quick pit stop and look at the vent. Otherwise, we'll just continue cruising along the Kīlauea Iki crater floor. And this breeze is wonderful, and the clouds are even better because sunshine and the humidity hurts. That's how you know I'm a true Seattle boy, is I complain about sunshine and 70 degrees.
I don't.
That's because your family's from the south. My family's been living in Seattle for 70 years. We're used to the cold. Come over the last bit of the flow, and now we're coming up to the vent itself. Somewhere in there might be a good thumbnail and a good bit. go. This is the spot right here. There we go. That's the spot right there. Let's take a short doing this. Zoom it out. The main Kīlauea Iki crater vent from the 1955 eruption. Sabrina walking over there, trying to make sure I get everything in. A couple of ohio trees trying to do their thing. I never started. Not gonna go look in the vent? Yeah, this is where it all comes out. Or it all came out, I should say. The layering as it kept spilling over and over. You should go stand in there for scale. Go on and get. I'll go stand in there for scale. If you're gonna be
Hold on, I'll do it.
Vent. Layers. Now there is a legitimate, slight but legitimate danger that some of this is going to be hollow. And that there's nothing but lava tube and air underneath you. But that's the main vent where it came out. And then, of course, near the vent, fissures form as the rocks heat up and cool over and over again. Send the munchkin in for scale. Nope, she's gonna disappear now.
Stuff in here is really like crumbly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can see that it's just layer upon layer upon layer just built up over and over and over and re-cemented on top of itself. There you go. Stand up against it so I can use you as good scale. There we go. Perfection. Usually these vegetate first because this is where the water hangs out and then the plant seeds get blown in, but there's not that much. There's an ohio tree there and a couple of things down here. So yeah, trail goes that way. This is just the vent. Yep. Alright, now you get a picture of me and all my pink gloriousness.
Keys.
This water spatter pattern is not from water, it's from the lava dripping as it cools. So this used to be the roof. This would be the roof of one of these layers, and it would actually, you can see as it spatters and runs by and the lava runs by. So yeah, we'll hang out here for a couple more minutes, then we'll continue across the lake. Leaving the vent behind, we're now gonna go walk out on the deceptively flat surface of the lava lake. All this crackling and buckling is from when the lake, all the lava drained out of the lake, went back down deeper into the plumbing system, leaving a massive void. And sometimes the rock is strong enough to hold, sometimes it's not. So you can see the actual level of the lake was a good 20 or 30 feet taller than we are. And it's,
This was a lake?
yeah, of lava.
Oh. I was thinking water.
No, this was all red hot molten runny lava at one point.
So what mountain was that before?
It's not.
It wasn't anything else. Then why did it erupt then?
Because it just that found the quickest way out for the lava. in 59.
Underneath.
There's all a ton of lava directly below us. Gonna make the jump? Please make the jump. That one's a bit deeper. Just follow the ahus and walking across the lava lake. Beautiful. That can be a thumbnail option too. Yeah, or like the 3-second bits I take for the intros. Some of them are hard to get because even though it's a really good hike, I'm moving the camera around too much. I don't hold it steady without yammering my ugly face off for more than 3 seconds, so it's hard to pick out a good spot. All right, we're probably about halfway across the crater or so, coming through this big ridge choke point, and just kind of spin around real quick, give you a inclination of what it looks like. Like I said, the true level of the lake was up there at the top of this ridge, and then as all the lava drained, it all sunk and cracked back down. So now it's starting to get breezy. Might be picking it up even through the fluffy mic, but we'll continue, and then we got eventually our climb back out. Yeah, once we got through that choke point, yeah. I'm just gonna keep flipping the camera back and forth ever so. Would you?
Oh, just the wind whistling.
Well, there's people up there too. There's another parking lot up there and a different trailhead for stuff up there. The other end of the that's a devastation in the Byron Ledge Trail. I lava you more. That's right, YouTube. I'm corny all the time. Take a short walk through here too. Should probably do that. Multitask. Walking across the base of the Kīlauea Iki crater, the old lava lake from the 1959 eruption. Heading, what is that, east roughly, towards the other exit of the crater.
goodbye to Kīlauea Iki crater as we were exiting out the other side.
Ooh.
And now the fun part, the 400-foot climb, steep switchback and climb through the rainforest back up to the road. Jump!
That's a deep one.
Yeah. So yeah, another 100 feet and we'll be in the trees and be climbing back out. Yep, pretty much. I've been trying to work out over the last couple months over winter, so I'm not in as bad a shape as when last summer started and I could barely do anything. That was kind of embarrassing. Hopefully I'll be in good enough shape by the time summer comes along that we'll be able to go do Adams and Baker and not completely die, but we shall see. Caution, rocks and trail. Pretty much. Nice and shady. Huh. That's gonna be you in about 10 years. Babysitting multiple children down the trail. Was literally gonna stop and take a picture of you too. That's the butt shot we've been waiting for. Eventually YouTube she'll be in brightly colored Spanx, then you can really enjoy it. But she decided to go in all black because we were told it was going to be cold today. It's not cold today. It ain't cold today. It's some booty hole. That's a pretty big ohio tree. That one's been there a while. So I've been debating back and forth whether or not I'm going to put the lava tube walkthrough as part of this video, but I think I'm just going to make it its own short little video. And when we do that, I'll post it right there. And then after that, we'll continue the last little bit, half a mile or so walk back to the car. And we'll be on our way. I can see my breath. get no gong darn big enough unga bunga lungs. Done climbing out of the crater, we'll be coming up to the lava tube parking lot here shortly, which we'll go do the lava tube real quick in its own video, and then we'll continue on down the trail. Climbing back up was a bit of a hump. I do advise coming up going the direction we go, because most of this climb back up is in the shade, whereas our descent was in the sun and much thinner forest. Plus, as you can tell, it's much wetter over here, so it's going to stay cooler no matter what. Hey, look, parking lot. So yeah, now we'll go stroll through the lava tube before walking along the rim back to the car. Half-mile trail that goes between the lava tube parking lot and the main Kīlauea Iki Overlook parking lot. I suppose we're on the outro now. Thank you for joining us on this Kūlauea Outdoors adventure going across the Kīlauea Iki crater. Gross. Probably gonna go drive along the Halemau trail, the crater, and go park at a different spot where the sun glare won't be in the camera and I can get a good video of the crater. And I'll post that right there. Other than that, what's there to say? Ratings. Accessibility, as long as you can get into the park. It's a paved highway, paved road right to the trailhead, so 4 stars. But I mean, you got to get to Hawaii first, but once you're on the Big Island, it's not that hard to get to.
Maybe there was a road that kept going. So
Difficulty, I'd say
4.
out of 5?
Well,
I'd say like a 2, 2.5.
oh, sorry. 1 star is easy.
1 star is easy, 5 stars is going up to like Mount Rainier or something. So yeah, I'd say 2-ish. It's not that long. The climb in and the drop down is kind of tough, and the weather is always warm, but yeah, the coming out is the hard part. But all in all, wasn't too much of a sweaty day. And enjoyment. I mean, as a geologist, I got to walk across the bottom of a crater that was a literal lava lake less than 75 years ago. So for me, it's 5 stars. For everyone else, it's still a pretty unique thing to do. Not many places in the world where you can just drive up to a crater and go walk across a old lava lake. So yeah, I'd still say it's 4 stars for everybody else.
I'm a normal person. So.
Yeah, normal person says 4 stars. Rock nerd says 5 stars. Other than that, what's the plan? Tomorrow we're going to the Hilo side portion of the island. Gonna go wander through the farmers market, so there'll be no video there. But there's a couple of waterfalls, Rainbow and Ahako, I think, the 2 waterfalls. So probably take short videos there. And then there's, of course, finally later today and hopefully tomorrow evening, we'll be getting on a couple of beaches and we'll go see some beaches. So there'll be some video there too. Other than that, I think this will be it. We will talk to you later, and ciao.